Okay, I've cleaned up the gland there, and yeah, look, that's working okay. It should be able to run freely up and down there. Now, the little seal here, I decided it would probably be easier just to pop him over rather than risk cutting it on that little sharp lip there. So I'll get my screwdriver there. I should be able to just pop this down in there. And that should go in there nice and easy. Looks like I've got to chase it. There we go. Okay, so we just pop that down a fair way down there. And this washer here, it comes down over the top there, and that maintains its position. Now, the O-ring that was way down the bottom there where they had a copper washer, the O-ring in this kit's not the one for it. I've used the copper washer again. I've done a test with the rod in there, the tube in there, make sure I had enough room to hold tension on it. I think it looks good, so I'm going to go with it. We'll need to pop our piston rings on here without breaking them if we possibly can. There we go. That's one on. Second one on, and we'll just put the gaps opposite each other. So any oil coming past has got a long way to go. I'll get some grease. And the grease will hold those where they should be. And we'll pop a bit of grease down here. Just a bit of lube on the bore there. And we should be able to... Where's the gap? There's the gap. Whoop, and just slide him in there. Oh, come on. That's one. There we go. There is a temptation to give that a bump. Just don't bloody do it. Gee, the shed is noisy, isn't it? Okay, so like I say, I've put the copper washer down the bottom there. This can go down. And there's enough room to slide that right down. And then when we bring this washer down, we bring the flat side of the washer against that lip seal there to hold it all in place. But over here there's a little felt, and the little felt is there to just try and stop any dirt and rubbish coming in. The felt's quite a bit fatter than the gap for it, but I believe this, I'll just pop a bit of oil on the thread here. I believe this should be okay just to come down there and hold it all in place. I buffed all these threads with the wire brush as well, just to try and bring it in so the thread was easier to do up. They must be getting tight there now. And I will put this in the vise and do it up with the multis. I'm just trying to get him up as tight as we can there now. Okay, so that's okay. Now, these rubbers at the end here, I think this part number's S. Oh look, I can't remember. I was going to remember that. Flat out remember my own name some days. But anyway, that's all right. So look, we're just going to put a little bit of grease down in there. When you pull rubbers off the new ones, they do have a little bit of grease down inside. And when the day gets hot or something like that, that grease can slide down and slide into the joint and help lubricate it. Now this has a little hole there where a roll pin could have gone through, but there's never been one. They've never drilled that, so, and that's probably something that should happen. We'll just see. Now, these little rings here, sometimes the little ones I like to put on early. If that would go in there, that would be nice. Once it goes over the lip, it'll be fine. The lip will come down over the outer edge there. There you go. That's how I'd like it. Now this outer one, I often put it on later. So you can work. Get back on there. And we need to get this little, get the rubber, and we bring the rubber out over the edge there. So that the collar locks into the groove on the ball joint. You've got to get something sharp enough to get the job done, yet not too sharp that you're going to knock a hole in it. So if I can hold that down like that with my fingernail, I might be able to. Work him around. These cameras get in the road a bit, hey? Okay, so that should come up there and stay in the, when we get it down there properly. It's just not, you've got to get it to roll into the joint nice and flatly. Yeah, look, that looks like, you can see the bottom, you're looking for the bottom of this rubber here to sit down in the bottom of that groove there, and that gives you plenty of room to get the rubber on and hold it in, and that's looking okay. Yep, so now pick one of these, stretch him around, yep, she's going slowly. Now you can see that wire is up over the others. You don't want that. You want them all just laying in their own little place. Like that. Now this fella here comes back up there, no big deal. You can see the seal it's got there now, it's actually causing a little bit of a vacuum because of the seal around here. See that? Let air in, she pops out. Okay, so look, that's as good as we can expect for that. The nut can go on there to protect the threads. I do need to go and make one of these before we can put them back on, but that might be another video, who knows. Yep. So once again, we'll do the same with this little rubber here. Just a little bit of grease in the joint, so it may travel down in there later. I'm actually filming this with the DJI camera, so yeah, I can see you've got a couple of shadows there, but yeah, it's just how the lighting is. It's just a test with the DJI really. I haven't been using it for bench work, but I thought I'd give it a go. So once more, where's the join? There it is. There you go, that one's on. This one might be a bit easier to do without a lift cylinder on the end of it, or with a steering cylinder on the end of it. There we go. Now feed this fella in. Look at that. That's just bloody beautiful. Okay, what did I do? There we go. Stop looking, I found it. This might even feed on from the back here. Nah, better not. Keep doing it how I'm used to doing it, And I mightn't bugger the whole show up. I still might. Okay, that one's crossed over, so I just need to put him back in the natural spiral. There you go. That's just lovely, Lance. I'll put this on. Do this up, but I'm not going to do this up tight yet. I probably will drill this hole, but like I say, what I will probably do is clean this cylinder, grab a pardon me. That's not much chop, is it? You can't see the bloody thing. Get any oil off if we can. That's the line there. That's the line there. And the centre of the hole from the chrome end here .225, would that be right? It's pretty well bang on 5mm. Okay, what I've been up to, this is just a little add-on video to the power steering cylinder one. Now, I have a 135 out the back there with power steering on it, and I've taken the front end off. It was a high clear one and I didn't want the front end, but I had a cylinder there and I thought, well, I'll go and have a look at the Massey Ferguson one, as in the 135 one, not the industrial one, see what the difference is. Well, it was a straight axle 135 and you can see that the ends here are different. I believe these are probably original cylinders. But when we come up over here and look at the piston, you can see that the same thing, you have a flat type rubber boot over the tie rod, and the tie rod would have been put in from the back here and it's welded on. And apart from that, everything looks similar, but the piston here is a screw-on piston. You can see the flats there where it's been off some time and it's been centre punched to work with that. So the Sparex S40133 seal kit that I got was for a 135 tractor, and for this 135 cylinder it would work fine. You'll notice the different piston ring there. It has the single piece ring, not the two cast iron rings, and yeah, there's a little bit of wear in the ball joint there, but not a lot. What have we got here? No, that's very tight. But the same setup up the centre there with the pipe and all that sort of thing. So the S40133, look, it will do the Massey Ferguson 20 steering cylinders if the ends can come off. If they're welded like the other one, yeah, it's just thrown a spanner into works for us, really. Yeah, I am tossing up with whether I use one of these or even get the pair of them on there. Same pump, same everything else. But yeah, I just thought I'd show you that yeah, the S40133 kit. It is for the 135, and yeah, I'll make up the mind which way we go with this. Just depending on, I might go and pull the other one off, the 135, and just see what condition that's in. And I still have a spare kit there, so anyway, I just thought I'd show you that just as a point of interest.